would now like to call on stage the director, Baby Ruth Villarama, producer Chuck Gutierrez, and cinematographer Nana Boksani. Baby Ruth Villarama is a Filipino filmmaker whose work has consistently bridged the gap between art and social advocacy. She began her career in journalism and television production, later transitioning into documentary filmmaking, where she found her voice in telling stories of marginalized communities. Her films often highlight the resilience of ordinary Filipinos, particularly those navigating migration, identity, and survival in global contexts. Chuck Gutierrez is a Filipino film editor, director, and producer. He initially studied information technology before pursuing filmmaking through programs in San Francisco and at the University of the Philippines Film Institute. His technical background combined with creative training gave him a distinctive approach to editing and storytelling, balancing precision with emotional resonance. He first gained recognition as the editor of Francis Xavier Pasion's J, which won him Best Editor at Cinemalaya and the Star Awards. Throughout the years, his works have continued to shape narratives that highlight identity, resilience, and social struggle, working on films that have been screened at both local and international film festivals. Nana Boksani is a photographer, filmmaker, and painter whose works focus on social injustices faced by children, women, the homeless, and indigenous groups. Her career began in documentary photography, where she focused on subjects such as children in detention, women in vulnerable situations, indigenous peoples, and the urban poor. Her work quickly gained recognition for its raw honesty and commitment to social justice. She later expanded into filmmaking and painting, using multiple forms of art to amplify voices often excluded from mainstream narratives. To moderate the discussion, we would also like to call on the chair of Ateneo's Department of Interdisciplinary Studies, Dr. Nikki Garci Cruz.
Evening. Mic test. Can you please take your seats. Hello. This talk back, we will ask you to ask questions later, but I'll start first by asking my questions. But just a quick show of hands, I just need to know how much time I have with them. So raise your hands if you're interested in asking a question so I could budget. Raise your hands if some of you, okay, I have several. Okay, mics will be set up. I have 3 sets of questions for them first, but those who are interested in asking questions, move a little to the side already. Position yourselves where you can be near the microphone in the aisles so that when we call you later, you could line up. Depending on how many you are, we may aggregate the questions. We'll listen to everything, and then I'll ask you to respond. If there are fewer brave souls, then maybe one question, one answer can happen. So it all depends. No, I'll play it by ear. I'll see the response from the audience. But to start with, this is very simple the way I'll structure. It's before, during, and after. So let me start with the before. How did you get into this project? All of you came in at some point. Who was the first? When did this start? And why? Or ano yung nag-udyok sa inyo na simulan ito? What's the origin story of your involvement? Do you want to start?
Yeah, yeah, thank you. First of all, allow me to say my deepest gratitude for spending your evening with food delivery. And I have a short speech that
Oh, sure,
I'd like
please.
to say. Good evening, Ateneo University. To the students, faculty, deans, parents, and everyone who came here tonight. Thank you for staying, for watching, and for allowing this story to meet you where you are. My deepest gratitude to Ma'am Maria Victoria Herrera, the Ateneo Art Gallery and Arete, for making this evening possible. Spaces like this remind us that art is not just confined in performances and speeches. It is an invitation to reflect deeper, feel wider, and stand more bravely. Allow me to acknowledge two brave documentary filmmakers who I deeply admire, who are here tonight. I stand on their shoulder and the great works that they did. Nana Buksani, who came on board the moment I said, na, sama ka dito, hindi ko to kaya. And Miss Ditzy Carolino, I think she's here. She was the one who introduced me to Nana.
It's over there. Yeah.
Hi, Ditzy. Yeah, their work has helped light the path for many of us who believe stories can help heal and awaken a nation. And of course, to our film main producer and film editor, Chuck Gutierrez of Voyage Film Studios, thank you for standing firm behind this film and helping carry a very difficult story from censorship all the way to the screen. Without his effort, we're not watching this film tonight. But Food Delivery, I'm here not just as a filmmaker, I'm here as a fellow Filipina. I don't have all the answers, really, but we'll try to process it together. But Nana, I, Chuck, and the team, we've witnessed something so human and truthful that we cannot look away anymore and ignore the widening gaps in our society. So because beyond the headlines and maps and these political bickerings, this is a story about our people. This is a story about us. It's about fishermen who sail into uncertainty so families may eat, so we may eat as a nation. It's about young men and women in uniform who serve far from their comfort. And it's about their families who carry these sacrifices quietly, without applauses, so our borders are safe and we can sleep in peace. And maybe the question that the film leaves us is not what should others do, but maybe the question is, what is mine to do? And each of us here in this room, after you've seen the film, has been given a special superpower that China can never take away from us. And that is the freedom of expression. Yes, wala sila nun. Tayo meron nun. And because we are in Ateneo, you also have a special power for most people in this room. It is the power of privilege. You have the education, opportunity, voice, skill, influence, compassion. And whatever we have been given can become a gift to others and work together to figure out what can be done with this issue that we've inherited together. So it's a long night. I won't take it long, but thanks again for watching and thank you for believing that winning this war on narratives is possible by being authentically Pinoy. Hindi pa sisiil at sabi ko nga sa version ko ng pagkanta ng ending ng Lupang Hinirang, ang magmahal ng dahil sa'yo. So maraming salamat po.
Thank you.
To answer your
Yeah.
question,
Yeah.
it all started as several flashpoints in the news. I'm sure we're all aware na nababalitaan natin to, but it seems so very far away from us. But when that scene of Arnel Satam being chased by two Chinese militia and a gigantic gray ship na pininturahan ng puti to appear like a China Coast Guard, that was a footage from Rafi Tima, and he was so kind to share it with us. And of course, news is so limited in its form. So Chuck and I, we look at each other and said, oh my God, we gotta do something. And it's, the DNA is really the feeling of frustration. Parang paulit-ulit na lang. It's been going on for months and years. We won in 2012, 2016.
16.
We won the arbitral ruling in 2016, and this year marks the 10th year anniversary of that ruling.
You know, I'm thinking as a storyteller, you're not just telling the truth of others. At some point, it becomes your truth. Because you went there, you were out there in the seas, in the encounter, you are part of it. You're not just relaying what happened. How long did it take you to get there? You were there, right? So
We're all there.
Yeah, how long does it take to get there? How far is far?
To get
Yes,
to
to get
Scarborough,
all the, yeah.
couple of days at sea.
14 hours yet from Subic
14 hours from
to
Subic.
to where they fish
Yeah.
near Scarborough. Mga,
Yes.
yeah, mga 12 miles nakarating tayo no from the shoal. Yeah. But we cannot go in kasi may blockade nga.
Because we were saying you saw it in the news. You decided to do something about it. At some point, you decided, going in, you know. So can you walk us through that process? When did that happen, that it became a real project, the preparation, the permission, when did you become the director of this project?
2024, the chase happened 2023, and we began doing a research. And then 2024, we pitched the story to a local festival because we wanted to create a theme that is palatable to everyone. You know how I make my stories. I wanted, I wanted to present it to government agencies. I wanted to present it to decision makers, to students, to, multi-sectors. And we found food as a central theme to work around it because we're so connected to it. Because the challenge is really because the story of the West Philippine Sea is so far. So we found food as the nearest entry point. And we had a meeting with the Armed Forces of the Philippines because, we had to seek
Get permission, yeah, how did, yeah.
And that took us months, and that took long. But we pitched the story. Once we confirmed that there's actually a food delivery mission happening, I said, that's exciting. Like, that's the hardest Grab delivery ever made.
Yeah, that's really
In the middle of nowhere.
Because food sustainability is a universal SDG goal that people can embrace for something so political. And that's a security issue, security threat all over the place with consent of people with their names and all those things. And you were able to navigate that and get permission. No. Sorry, how about you? When did you get into is it the same time, the same date? Did she jump in first and you jumped next, or you jumped together?
There was a first mission ng providing that was like a year ago. Yeah, the Atin Ito. I joined that to shoot the Atin Ito mission, and then the second mission. But I was really keen on doing pictures. I had this idea to make not digital but film on 120 format with sound, so 3D. Tapos that was my way to find the characters, to get into the mission, shoot for Atin Ito a short parang short video for them twice. I rode the parang big ship together with other volunteers. Tapos yung second mission sa Palawan, pero hindi kami nakarating sa BRP Sierra Madre because may blockade. Yun sanang target. Tapos, there was a third mission na may concert, di ba, yung Moro Beats. And there's another fourth mission this coming April 28 to May 5 yata. Ang concept din, parang ganon din. Kasi mahal ang petrol, di ba? So, mahal yung access to... So, parang baka yun yung... So, I was there to look for characters, actually. To get to know the fisher folks, the people behind the mission, yung ganon. So, tapos, nagkita kami ni Baby Ruth sa lunch na nandoon si Ramona Diaz. Sabi ni Sina, punta tayo doon sa BGC. Sa Maman. Manam. Kakita ko ng bill, mahal. KKB pala yun. Sabi ko, kay Ditsi, pautang muna. Kasi pera ko lang pang gasolina, paakyat na Upper Antipolo kasi I live there. So,
Ako
so that's
naman.
how I met Baby Ruth. Sabi ko, Yossi tayo doon, malayo.
Oy, Astu rin ha.
Oo.
Tayo rin.
Tayo, malayo
First time
yung
din natin.
first time. Pero I've heard from Sunday Beauty Queen, you know, ang mga kwentuhan among filmmakers, ganyan. But it was my first time to meet you both there. Tapos parang timing lang, no? Anong ginagawa ni, sabi ni Baby Ruth, anong ginagawa mo ngayon? Wala nga eh, may ni-research ako sa West Philippines. Ha? Talaga? Meron akong film, usap tayo. Parang ganun lang, di ba? So parang ano siya, ano bang tawag dyan? Faith.
It's fate.
It's faith. So yung passion and faith nag-combine sila.
Oo, kasama lang nga ako sa inyo nun eh. Kaya, okay
Kaya
tayo.
nga, Pag-as,
Yes, yun na yun.
pag-as, ha? Mahal ng ano, bill.
Okay, so there were moments in the film that I felt my heart in my throat. They were just so beautiful moments. It's an Earth Day event, so let me go towards nature a little bit. The waves, the birds, even the dog, the goats, all those things, no, the underwater shots. So I go to the next phase where I ask, how did you take these shots? No, so, kasi may shots na you're on a boat that that is tilting, like it will flip over, no? So maybe,
Well, all of us are shooter, but of course, big credits to our cinematographer, Nana Buksani. That scene of, the planting of the flag by Arnel Satam, that was Nana's shot.
That's her shot.
That's her. We, of course, we had an underwater cinematographer. His name is Ivan Torres. He does beautiful underwater cinematography for Nat Geo and other, like Greenpeace and other organizations. So, he's on board. Siyempre, macho, nakahubad lang, naka-shorts. Sabi ko, sige na, sumama ka na. And game lang siyang mag-swimming sa West Philippine Sea. And then, some of the slow motion shots, I used my phone. Actually, I was recuperating from my hysterectomy at the time. But the call of the West Philippine Sea is urgent. So, sabi ni Shaq, wag ka na mag-shoot. Pero nag-shoot pa rin ako using my phone. Yung mga slow motion, yung mga intimate shots of the water. So, tatlo sila, and then plus ako yung singit-singit na shots. But then, of course, Chuck Gutierrez brought all these images together in his lyrical editing. But it's very important for us to humanize everything. Like when I say everything, even the animals. We were, Diyos ko, as in away yun sa lawak between us and AFP because ang usapan, we will spend 4 hours there. But then we were just
We
given...
were supposed to be there overnight.
okay.
Sa lawak. Pero na-cut down. Tapos,
An hour na lang after.
parang, sige, 4 hours. Kasi wala pa kaming character. Pero actually, yung first ko nakita, yung goat. So, sinundan yung goat. Tapos, from that, parang kailangan maghanap ng character agad-agad. So, syempre, parang nakikinig ka sa usapan nila, di ba? Tapos may mag-stand out talaga na character. So, from the goat to the marine,
The chef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the chef.
kahit si Boysen, yung
Si Boysen
Yeah,
has a
that
really
dog,
good
yeah.
story
Yeah.
too.
The dog, kasi hinahabol niya yung puppy
Ay!
niya. Kasi dadalhin na doon sa big ship. So, gusto niya sumama. Yung 3 puppy kinuha.
Tsaka every 3 to 6 months, nag-iiba yung human niya.
Yeah.
So, we
alam niya na, he knows the drill.
Yeah,
Saying goodbye.
We just visited last month. I saw Boysen. Iba na yung pangalan niya. Hindi na-endorse yung pangalan niya. So,
Pure gold na. Hindi, joke.
um,
Hindi, sorry. Okay, sorry.
but yeah, that's really heartbreaking for us kasi napapansin ko sa kanya, lagi siya nag-aantay dun sa shore.
But you can, nahuli niyo eh.
Yeah.
His personality was so strong. Okay, and do you,
Sa may sequel, he will be there too, I think. Just kidding.
no, I love the word lyrical editing. That was really art, you know.
It was hard. I mean, actually yung hardest that I've handled ever. So,
Kasi nga multiple characters.
in a snow script,
West Philippine Sea is so vast. So we can't just focus on the fishermen because
Yeah.
there are also frontliners who are really, putting their lives at risk just to make sure na walang iwanan.
But may I just say also that what you made is such a comprehensive understanding of the truth. It wasn't just it was a lot of things, no? Parang from an interdisciplinary angle, there was health in it, there was economics in it, there was sociology in it, even the words kabayan, kapatid, di ba? All those, even the Merry Christmas. I mean, it's nothing to greet someone Merry Christmas, but in that context, that greeting, you know, every little thing that you decided to include, packed a wallop. Nakakapagod siya panoorin kasi parang sinasampal ka the whole time, no? So even the maps, how you made that was so overtly political.
Of course.
Di ba? Yung parang it teaches the lesson far more effectively than any
Yeah.
lecture. No? So who conceptualized all these things? I mean, how do you three work? How did you three work together?
Well, the
What's
map
the
is
process? Yeah.
The map has always been the vision because, you know, I mean, not everyone knows where Scarborough is.
Where all those islands are.
Even, you know, some of our senators, they don't know how far KIG is from Palawan.
Yeah.
Akala nila Scarborough, nasa Ayungin, magkatabi. So map, sabi ko nga, I think the best way to position it is really in the OBB. Kasi para hindi maging technical within
Yeah,
the
the opening, the start pa lang,
Yeah.
you got away with
Yeah.
kaya,
And how far China, di ba, from us?
yeah.
They're there and we are here.
okay, so which,
Kumbaga sobrang obvious naman, di ba? Nasa atin yung area na yun.
so it leads
Di ba,
to-
guys?
yeah, to the third phase, which is reception.
Oh.
Okay, kasi, so here you are, you prepared for it, you got the permits, you went there, you took the difficult shots, no? And then the film is done.
Mm.
And it's time to share it.
Mm.
Tell us now the rough seas that,
It's a storm, actually. It's not
Yeah.
even a rough sea.
Yeah, I'll never forget it. 12th of March, 2025.
In midnight, right?
10,
in the studio.
10 p.m.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
at
something like
Nara
that.
Studio. 2 days before our premiere night. Yeah. We were informed. After all the invitations has been sent out, everyone confirmed, all the embassies, ambassadors, friends of friends, my family flew in from wherever they're from, just to watch the film. And then, yeah,
And the Fisher folks are all set.
yeah, the Fisher folk, bumili na po sila ng mga damit nila kasi sinabi nung wife nila, uy, magbihis ka, kayo ang bida. So bumili sila ng polo at sapatos. Hindi naman sila nagsasapatos eh. So everybody is
the
looking
film caught
forward.
that also, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, the dexterity of the feet and
They're
hands of the fishermen and,
special.
and how they do the nets and all that. Gan-
Yeah.
And
So,
then yun, tapos ano siya, na-halt siya. Parang,
We were asked to, to withdraw from the festival basically. Because, yeah, if we don't do it, the festival might be canceled.
I think they caught on to the political power.
because of the external forces.
So wala kaming magawa kasi syempre we
Oo.
can't do that to our fellow filmmakers naman who also worked hard in their film because we're just one film in that pool of films in the festival.
And then, nung nag-screening tayo sa,
New Zealand.
yes.
Yeah, so we found our home base in New Zealand.
And then after our screening there,
The first screening.
ano siya, naging hit, di ba? And then, on the next screening, it happened again.
But that time, it gave us clarity because there was an email and a phone call from the Embassy of China in New Zealand asking the festival to specifically remove the film because the film is full of misinformation and it's a threat to the peaceful relationship of their nation.
Yeah, just as it was announced on that boat, right?
Yes.
Di ba yung kanilang script?
Yeah, that's their script.
Yeah, so the,
And now, and then, you know, then after that, no, as in, ano, yung bang, ano, pwede mo pakisplay na they stop.
ituloy, meron pa daw.
Hindi nila naharang.
Oh yeah, I mean New Zealand stood for it.
Yeah, stood for it.
Okay, yeah, so New Zealand stood
They
by-
made sure that the
yeah.
film will be screened and they sent two of their parliament members went to the screening to make sure that the festival will go on safely. So I really admire the Kiwis that, they know where they're standing. And yun yung, I guess, frustration on our part. It's a question na, alam ba nating mga Pinoy kung saan dapat tayo nakatayo? na magkakasama. Kasi yun din yung parang, ay, bakit sa sariling bansa, hindi ko mapalabas tong pelikula, tungkol naman sa atin ito.
So these are alternative spaces you've been finding, like
Oh,
this
yes.
one. Where else have you shown this, and what has the reception been?
It has been very overwhelming. Nung pagbalik namin from New Zealand, it won Best Picture there. So I remember we were scouting for cinemas to screen it. Tapos parang, hindi naman sila nagno-no, pero quiet lang. But only one cinema opened their doors, which is Rockwell. Napagkalayo-layo. Pero I know it's far from QC, but since si Rockwell lang nagbukas ng doors, we had to, of course, be grateful and go for it. So I remember, narinig ko nagreklamo yung mga regulars ng Rockwell, what's happening? Why are so many people here all of a sudden? So yung single screening natin doon, naging 4 siya. So 1,800 people registered dun sa premiere. Siyempre, hindi naman namin masabi na 300 lang po yung biggest ng screen ng Rockwell. So hanggang yun, day in, day out, a lot of communities and organizations started sponsoring screenings. They use it for their fundraising. Directors Guild of the Philippines was the first, and then Foreign Correspondents of the Philippines. Shivling Alumni Group, they also hosted the screening. Hanggang iba't ibang grupo na. That's why sabi ko nga, ay, ang galing.
Pag may nanonood dito ngayon, lalapit na sila later.
Of
Oh
course.
my God, I mean, if you want to use this film in your talks, in your work, for your own fundraising, this film is not just ours anymore. It belongs to all of us.
Has the AFP seen this as a group?
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
What was the reaction of the soldiers?
Siyempre, papogi na sila because of us, this film became possible. I was the one who processed your permit.
Tagal sila nagbigay ng
Permit.
matagal, as in.
Mga 4
From-
months, 5 months?
Matagal.
Oh, good things come to those who wait.
Tapos ayaw pa akong papasukin dyan sa Camp Aguinaldo, nakachinelas ako. Di ba?
Dapat
Sa
sinabi,
meeting.
dapat sinabi niyo, I'm wearing dito to gawa sa Kampagina.
Gawa nga to sa Camp Aguinaldo sa tapat, by hand. Dito RTW. Pero anyway, yeah, tagal. Tapos sabi ko kay Baby Ruth, mag-shoot na tayo sa Fisher Folks. Doon na tayo. Kasi
Doon
baka
nag-start.
hindi, ang gusto talaga natin yung, di ba, ayungin.
Yung Rory talaga.
Yung Rory
Food
talaga sa
delivery
ayun.
doon. Oo.
Kasi merong scene doon ng December, binababa yung lechon. Papunta sa BRP Sierra Madre. Shit, sabi ko, cinematic. Diba? Yung lechon, 2.
Imagine ko na, kasi nga magpapasko, hindi makaka-uwi yung mga soldiers. They're stuck there. Tapos yung Westcom, very creative naman yung
Yeah.
head ng Westcom, magpapahelipad ng 2 lechon.
Sa Mad Max. Mad Max.
It's a Mad Max scene.
Mad
Sabi namin,
Max
my
na
God,
scene.
that's so cinematic.
BRP Sierra Madre,
Well,
mabulok-bulok.
I agree na sayang wala yon.
Yo.
Okay lang nung time kasi na yon, ayaw ng lavish lifestyle. Di ba? So, di ba?
Pero ano yun,
Hindi, tama nga,
ganda
sayang
sana yun
talaga.
kasi yung symbolic yun
Yeah,
yung
yeah.
Tsaka food kasi din.
food din kasi.
Okay, we're opening the floor. There are microphones here. So
any
those who
question
raised
dyan?
their hands earlier, please come and head towards the microphone. Go ahead. Yes. This. And then if there are other people who want to ask, please line up na so that we don't take the time for the walking. Huwag na tayong mag-walk down the aisle. Okay. Yes, go ahead, please. Introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Katharina de Madura. I am a student of Ateneo. I just want to thank you for making this film possible. I'm a diplomacy and international relations student, so when there were scenes talking about the UNCLOS and then the negotiations, especially the ship scene, that made me feel like, oh, what I'm studying is parang, oh, it's there. Because especially po na naging reading namin yung UNCLOS na arbitration ruling as well. And we've discussed it a lot in class. And additionally po, I'm also a student journalist. So nung nakita ko po yung scenes, parang ako, gusto ko din nasa boat ako, gusto ko nandun din ako to just, to like experience it for myself and interview the fisher folk. So,
Join the mission, di ba? End of April.
Ay, pwede po.
Yeah, I can send you the link. Yeah, they're looking for volunteers.
Sige po. So, I see. So, for me po, what really captured me was the videography kasi parang hindi siya nag-i-intervene po sa scenes itself. Parang hindi siya intrusive. And at the same time, parang na-humanize po talaga yung situation, which I really loved. So, my question would be, what were the directions for taking shots po? What was the angle you pushed to take po for the videography? Parang the intention po behind the directions given.
Well, it's very clear to us that it's a cinema verite approach, very observational, and we really want to put a spotlight on the invisible voices. Kasi syempre, pag napapanood natin, it's an antithesis of the TV documentary that you're watching, where you remember the reporter, you remember their adventure, but you don't really remember the story that they've covered. But this time, we want to invert the triangle. Parang don't really remember us, remember them. Because this is not our narrative, it's their story. I mean, Nana is a rock star when it comes to cinema verite. So, isabi ko lang, just observe lang and you can...
Yun lang, character-based. A lot of observation, kikinig ka sa mga chismisan ng mga nanay. Maraming scenes actually nawala. Like a child singing, row, row, row your boat. Pero nawawala yung mga 5 fishermen. Maalala niyo yung scene na hinahanap sila. So, ang ganda. Pero we had to cut that out. So, maraming mga...
May rights pala yung row, row, row your
Oo.
boat.
Oh gosh, that's the reason.
Yeah.
Pero ang ganda kasi yung bata, kinakanta niya habang nagkukwentuhan yung mga nanay. Actually, sa documentary, pag cinema verite, you really get close to your characters. At parang hindi ka nila papansinin na hindi ka na actually nagde-direct ng scenes.
And as viewers, we can see it. We can see that this is an intimate shot also.
Yeah, even yung kwentuhan ng mag-asawa,
Yeah.
no? Yung dusk na. Parang lang yun eh. Nandun lang tayo sa
Sa likod lang
Sa likod lang kami. Naghihintay.
Did I answer your question?
Yes po.
Okay.
Salamat.
All right. We'll listen to the next 2 questions. If they are not related, we can take them separately. But yes, please go ahead.
Hello, sorry, ang OA, pero 3 yung questions ko actually. It's a 3-part question.
Sure.
Okay lang. Okay,
Sige lang, game.
anyways. So hello po, I'm Val. I'm a student from AB Psychology of the Ateneo de Manila University. And first of all, I wanted to commend your work. Like, similar nga po sa sinabi niya, napaka non-intrusive. And I found it really intimate. And so my question is in part with that. So it's like, how do you capture intimacy in such a familiar lens, especially with regards to really centering it talaga po to the people and to the culture that they had with like their different conversations? How do you even begin to capture such like crucial moments? How do you even begin to decide po what counts as like most like intimate or most like special?
Is it okay if you ask all your questions, no? And then I'll ask them too.
Oh, okay.
Okay, go ahead. Yes.
Sige. So yun yung first. Okay, next. Yung next po is parang building off of that, right? Like with the goat scene, did you also have like in mind na parang, oh, this is very domestic in the sense na nanay po yun eh. So parang, did you have that in mind that you wanted to center it also on women later on when you were already shooting the goat scene? And then the third one is with regards to yung media censorship po that your film had to face. What did you feel about that? And what would you say with regards to the context of media censorship now in the contemporary context, lalo na po with like, other ethnic films that would want to raise like political issues? Like, what would be po your message to other young film directors or screenwriters that would want to raise similar issues but face like the same barriers.
So we'll also listen to your questions. Please hang on to those that you want to answer. Okay. Please go ahead, ask also. Introduce yourself as well.
Hello, my name is Cloud. I'm from NU Fairview. I'm actually a graduating senior high school student. And similar to the previous that I've talked, I just really want to commend with how you really did not decide to interview people, but rather just showed the situation for what it is. You didn't decide to interview experts because the situation itself, the stuff that you already filmed, is in itself already the interview. I just wanted to ask, were there parts or were there things that you wanted to show but you simply couldn't fit into the narrative, or were there moments that you wanted to showcase but you simply could not fit it in?
Is this too many already that we need to answer already?
I think
Yeah, okay. So, yes.
maybe I can answer first, Nana can answer the second, and Chuck can answer the third. I think as a documentary filmmaker, our loyalty will always be with the community and their truth. Because, you know, experts, there are a lot of Manila symposiums, dialogues, and experts can discuss, you know, politicians can, they always have that platform to discuss things. And it's very important for us and for the film that the truth will be witnessed without any intervention, because China can, you know, can easily negate things, especially they easily target Ariela and all these politicians who are standing against their policies. But with the community, they don't have any agenda. They don't, because they are the mirror of our lives also. We're all brothers, we're all, you know, we all have families, we all need to survive. And that's where we concentrated on. Time is an element. It's very important if we needed to capture or to witness that truth from them. Immersion and experience, I guess. Sensitivity. We're not coming in as parang, oh, we're filmmakers, you know, we know what we're doing. We're not like that. We have to sit down. That's very important. Eye level. Eye level is very important. If you're talking to a child, go down, bend, talk to them, listen. In fact, we didn't really do much talking because these people, nobody's really listening to their story. Nobody's really paying attention. So for us to sit down with them, drink with them, smoke with them, eat their meals, surprisingly, sila yung napaka-hospitable, you know. They offer what they have on their boat. Kami, dala-dala namin pure gold grocery, di ba? Nakakahiya naman, pero
Hot dogs.
hot dogs. But what they offer us is something genuine and pure from the sea. So kasama yun. That took time. We spent time. We took our time with them. And then they just simply open up. So if you create that safe space, that environment, that they would feel that, you know, they can share openly and they can be understood, I think that's the magic of documentary film. You'll be able to capture those moments and not assign your already preconceived notion about the issue. Na you guys are victims, kawawa naman kayo. No. We allowed ourselves to be marveled by their world, and their universe is so beautiful. Like that underwater scene, we didn't even give justice to it. Imagine, you know, how beautiful it is in actual life. And I invite you, if you will have that opportunity to be in the West Philippine Sea, that's a billionaire's paradise. It's a crown jewel. That's the reason why China is so adamant in taking it, because it's so damn beautiful. Yung island na nandun, mayroon ka lang Starlink. You can write a book there and sleep and, you know, it's a paradise. So, yun. And yung goat, how you capture all those moments. Alam ko si Nana, nasa camp pa, nasa Westcom pa lang tayo, na in love ka na dun sa goat. Sabi niya, Baby Ruth, may kambing. Biglang nawala na si Nana. Gusto niyang sundan yung kambing.
Kasi yung narinig ko lang, yung mga military, yung Marines na unahin na doon sa jump-off point sa Uligan Bay, yung mga kambing. So, yung, alam mo yun, pag, when you shoot, parang meron kang sixth sense na, ano, parang, ay, may kambing. Mahilig ako sa kambing. sunod-sunod ako dun sa mga, sasakay na dun sa di ba? Tapos hindi sila pumayag, tapos, pero time talaga yung trust ng mga, when you begin shooting, at tapos hindi ka nakikialam wala kang script Actually, nag-unfold sa harap mo yung pangyayari, so you just shoot it the way it is. Parang ganyan, the way it was, no? So, parang rin yung trust nagbi-build, hindi, parang natural. Alam mo yon yung nag-unfold siya sa harap mo, pero sila rin, actually, hinahawakan kanila na iniimbita kanila sa mundo nila para i-witness. So, yun talaga yun nga, yung mga fisher folks napaka-generous, no? Yung mga isda, oh my God, katatamis.
Matamis.
Si Baby Ruth at si Ching naglangoy pa doon sa Scarborough. Lakas-lakas ng may mga behind the scenes pa nga yun. Direct, parang kinukuha na ako.
Do you want to add something or we...
Sa editing naman, I mean, kung ano na yung Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, all you can see there yung mga animals, di ba? Parang siya yung naging parang siya yung naging pang-art ko. Exactly.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Ano
yun
pala
yun.
yun? Intentional.
It was
Well,
intentional
everything is
as well.
intentional, but yeah.
Everything is
Yeah, everything is
Because
intentional.
we want people to care.
Yeah, yeah.
And yun yung mga elements na yun. And apparently, we also learn the science of diplomacy. At wino-work din siya ng government natin with China government, yung trust building na yun. And it's the same in filmmaking. Na paano ba yung trust building, di ba? You create that space para magkaroon ng trust. And after there's trust, there's confidence. And after there's confidence, then you sort of open, your cards to each other. Pero with China and Philippine government, nandun pa tayo sa trust building. Nasa step 1 na hindi makausad-usad sa step 2. So, yun din yung kine-create natin na opportunity. How can these two nations build
Sabi
trust?
naman nila sa script, through dialogue. Di ba? May sinabi sila
Oo nga,
in
nakatang-
English.
Yeah, pero scared sila sa film.
Yeah.
Di ba?
Okay. Sorry. The number of people are increasing, but time is not increasing. So, I'll have to ask you to keep your questions to one question, 30 seconds if possible, because we have to end at 8:30. We'll listen to all 5 of you, and then we'll just we'll
Sure.
aggregate, okay? Ay, 6. Papayag ba?
Sure.
Oh, sige, we won't censor you. Okay, sige. Go ahead. Please start. Yeah.
Hello po, I am Eliza Inalba po from PUP, College of Communication, and enrolled po ako ng broadcasting. So, I have 2 questions actually, but Mom said that I
Oo, kasi
should have
6
one.
kayo. O, sige.
So, yung itatanong ko na lang po is connected to our process po dahil magkakaroon po kami ng documentary festival sa 4th year. And I just want to ask for an advice kasi the tailoring of the narrative is so smooth. And even though the interviews, the shots were abrupt, but it felt like it was necessary. So, gusto ko lang po tanungin kung paano niyo po sinisimulan yung proseso ng tailoring ng narrative na sobrang smooth po katulad nun, lalo na lagi po sinasabi ng professor po namin that narrative in documentary is very crucial. So, yun po, yun lang po.
Thank you. How about you? Yeah.
Hi, I'm Athena and I'm from Davao. So I'm just gonna ask about accessibility because I'm excited to talk about this film because I liked how you showed authenticity for the emotions and how you were so brave for telling this story. So I'm just gonna ask, how can this film be accessed by the people like my friends back in Davao?
Okay. We had a screening in Davao, but yeah, we can organize a screening.
Okay. And then, yes?
Hello, I'm Kirsten. So I'm working in UP in the Center of Integrative and Development Studies. Pero my question is more on the technical side. Kasi I noticed in your music, because I also score films, I noticed in your music that you incorporated parang mga indigenous instruments. And I know that was intentional para ma-represent din yung Filipino sounds in your documentary, especially since this is being premiered in foreign countries. So I just wanted to ask, what's your thought process or at least what was your composer's or the direction you gave to the composer in terms of like creating the music so that it meshes well with the film. So yun lang. Thank you.
I know marami na, pero kaya natin to. Sige, go ahead. Yes.
Hi po, Sol po, galing po sa Ateneo Senior High School dito po, Apalis na po. First off, galing niyo ang film niyo po. Yung tanong ko lang po, actually medyo similar sa last one po. It's like, ano po talaga yung gusto niyo, yung sinabi niyo? Kasi nakita ko po na original score po talaga. So ano po talaga yung parang gusto niyo sa music maker? What did you say to them po na, this is what we want for the film? How can you capture this po? Kumbaga.
All right, last two. Let's do it. Let's go. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Marie Aureliano from Camarines Sur. So I traveled here just to see this film because I missed it on our
Thank you so much.
Maraming
for-
salamat.
movie viewing. By the way, I'm a deep depth ed teacher, history teacher. I'm also a law student right now, and I'm a Philippine Navy reservist.
Okay.
This is for you, wow, wow.
So
Thank you for service.
I traveled far and wide from the South China until the north border of Russia just to understand everything about this. And that led me to be a reservist in the Philippines. And also, I'm currently on my last 12 provinces in the Philippines. So I traveled also Basilan, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi alone. Women empowerment, yeah. So my question is, can you also do movies regarding the Sulu, Basilan, Tawi-Tawi as well? Because as I've noticed, a lot of people are still negating about it. Traveling Philippines, knowing that it is also part of the Philippines. Thank you.
Thank you for that and for everything else you've done. Okay, and yes.
Hello, I'm Kiara. I'm from UP College of Law, and you have beautiful, painful, amazing film. I just wanted to say, this film should be protected in our Bill of Rights through our right to free speech and expression. But I wanted to ask if you've sought any legal action in any way, and what about China's influence strikes fear in these festivals or cinemas? Thank you.
All right, so there were 6 people who asked questions. So yeah, I hope you could start. No, this is the last round, so it's like a closing as well. No, taking. Yeah.
Well, I'll try to answer it chronologically. The first question, because they're organizing a festival and the process of filmmaking. For documentary, of course, each filmmaker has their own process. Maybe Nana has, Ditzy has. Mine kasi, I always try to balance information and sensation. Of course, when you're talking about truth-telling, facts are very important. Facts inform, but human experience transform. Kasi yun eh, that evokes emotion eh. So try to balance it and try to experience it. Open your heart, open your lenses to these new experiences and verify your facts. And then when you go to the editing room, you make sure that, nandun, information, sensation, until, you create a beautiful piece. Also with the events that you're organizing, let your audience experience it and have fun with it. So, and then with the score, I remember, having this discussion with Emerson Texon, who's an amazing scorer. Sabi ko, make me a love story between a Filipino fisherman and the sea. Because the sea is a female. I don't know, ako parang tingin ko, di ba? Female siya. So yung siren, yung and then Filipino men, di ba? The indigenous sound. So may love story sila, the love and hate. Parang ang hirap, di ba? Ang hirap mong i-access. But sa akin yung climax ng pag-iisang dibdib nila is yung underwater scene. Yun na yung parang tinanggap sila ng dagat. And then of course may villain. So yung sound ng China, I'm not sure if I'm happy with it. I feel like it's overscored at some point. But sabi nila, no, because China is coming in very strong. It's like ruining that beautiful lyrical rhythm between the fisherman and the sea. So parang medyo offbeat yung China. Di ba, may pagka-rock.
Yeah.
So nagkasundo naman kami. Parang sige na, I hope it works, but sige lang. Some critics said it's too American. But for European, but the Americans love it. I don't know with the Pinoy. So, ano pa yung question?
Legal, meron din.
Track legal. Ang hirap because censorship yung pinagdaanan ng film kasi nga gustong i-bury to eh.
At saka
Wala, hindi
hindi
namin
lang siya sa
maipalabas.
MTRCB eh. Kasi dito, yung mismo mga sinihan ang ayaw mag-showing. I mean, how can you handle that? Hindi mo pwede siyang di ba, maghabla or something. Kasi mismong mga sinihan ayaw. So, meron talagang mga certain aspects dyan. Talagang scared of this film. Talagang ayaw nilang itong ipakita. So, it is really on us to have it, yeah.
I think
Be seen.
censorship will only strengthen your resolve.
Yeah.
And, di ba, parang pag nakaharap na sa'yo yung parang, ay, hindi pwede. Dalawa yung choice mo, aatras ka or you're gonna stand up. Not me.
And
Hindi.
on that note, as I have to wrap this up, our fishermen have decided to show up.
Yes.
And they show, by them showing up all the time, they are claiming this is ours. Our soldiers show up. You have shown us something, and you, by showing up to watch it, you are taking part in this true one big fight.
Yes.
And so Ateneo will join you in some way.
Oh my
We
God.
will join this one big
Ateneo,
fight.
thank you, Ateneo.
Let's
Thank-
all organize a mission, our food
Yes.
delivery mission. And our
Yeah.
dream is really
And
to bring all you guys to the West Philippines because
And
it's so beautiful.
thank you for delivering so much food for thought. Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank
Okay.
you,
and,
guys.
now we will have the closing remarks. May I? Yes.
Hi, so thank you. First, thank you to Nikki Carci Cruz for smoothly moderating the talkback. And medyo last minute notice, pero sanay ka talaga. I mean, you're an expert in this. So the invitation to screen this initially was extended to Baby Ruth and Chuck for a small screening here in Ateneo Art Gallery at the second floor venue. In the end, we are grateful that the other units agreed to collaborate with us. Arete, of course, this beautiful venue they made it available, and then in collaboration also with the School of Humanities, Dean Trish Lambino is here. I'm not sure, I haven't seen Dean Bo Peep. Are you here? So, of the Dr. Rosita Leong School of Social Sciences. And pulling our resources together for a non-commercial screening. Our deepest gratitude to Baby Ruth, Chuck, and Nana, and the food delivery team for sharing stories of our country. From a family, a community of fisher folks, the Philippine Navy, the Philippine Coast Guard, it is a story of our country. And on behalf of everyone here, we thank you for your service. So, thank you. And thank you again for attending.